Hi guys, welcome to Fierce and Pretty. Today I would like to talk about friendships that are made through tarot and through YouTube and TarotTube. Then I'd also like to show you guys an amazing package, what I got all the way from Brazil, and to do a little deck interview with one new deck. So that's what's up today. Let's get to it. I've said it many times that in my actual, real, everyday life, I don't have people that are interested about tarot or anything witchy or metaphysical or anything. So practically it's just me living here my mundane life, and whenever I connect with people in Instagram or in YouTube, sometimes also nowadays in Facebook, those are the only places where I've interacted with like-minded people. And for me, that has always been one main reason for even creating this channel, to find those people. And now my little channel is almost 1 year old. Not yet. Early next year, I really started to do videos where I showed my face. I think I filmed the first video, a deck comparison, already in December last year, so that's 1 year ago. But I never thought that 1 year later I would have people around the world that I have connected with, and people who I even actually can call friends nowadays. And for that, I'm so grateful. I never thought that would be possible through YouTube. You know, I'm an old lady. I don't know how all this technology works, but I never thought that it would be a reality that I could have friends all around the world who I can communicate, not only in YouTube comment boxes, but also with direct messages or WhatsApp or whatever. So we've gone to the level where I feel that we have a connection and we know each other, and the relationship is ongoing and growing. Just for a few examples, I'd like to highlight a few people here that I'm so grateful that I've found only through their YouTube channels, and raise my glass for you guys, and hoping also to meet a lot more people who I can get to know and hopefully one day call as friends also. Because these experiences that these people have offered me, like Jennifer Pearson, she did an amazing past life reading. Actually, the whole video series, readings to me, how we have interacted, how I've made these connections with people who I can trust enough to do practice readings back and forth, get to know a lot of stuff about their life and share much about my life. Those have been, amazing experiences. And then like just Manuela from Place of Stillness, we've done some exchanges with readings, and then you get to know the person more and more. And by the way, both these ladies have done an amazing job with their readings, and I know at least Manuela is still offering those free readings, so I can link her channel down below. And actually I'll link all the channels that I mentioned here. And I don't want anybody to feel excluded, but I'm just sharing experiences and examples that maybe for some of you out there who haven't yet made these connections, maybe you could get encouraged and get more active start in the comment box where you follow these channels. Start commenting and start acting, because it is not just the thing that we sit here alone yapping to the camera. I think that every YouTuber wants the interaction. Some people are more interested about commercial sites and whatever, but when it comes to the bottom line, I believe that each and every YouTuber also wants to have that interaction. And what I think is amazing opportunity when people have smaller channels is actually the fact that you still have time to interact with the viewers and with the respond to the comments and whatever. Because when your channel grows, you know, to those dimensions, when it becomes unrealistic to even anybody to expect that the YouTuber would have time to answer every comment. So I think that's one beauty in the smaller channels, that we still have the possibility to interact. But then, for example, James Feeney from Lemniscate Logic, he was the first person that I approached and asked if I could do a free reading for him. And just from that, our relationship started to grow and evolve. Or like channels like Lennan Smith or Anna Astrolated Tarot. Just the relationship started when I started to follow their channel, started to comment, started to talk. And sometimes you just get lucky and find like-minded people, and you start to engage more and create a relationship. So once more, I appreciate this wonderful opportunity in a grown-up's life to actually get more friends, even though we might be far away from each other, but still sometimes it feels that those people are really close, and in some subjects they are the only people who understand me and who I can share with and who I can turn to and ask for advice and whatever. So that's why I think that it is a true wonder, a miracle, that things like these are possible. And as like in real life, every relationship is unique, as it should be. But today I would like to show you one of the most beautiful relationships that I've created over YouTube, and show you that why my altar or reading table looks totally different today, and why it has so many new things on it, why my home smells different, why I feel like a huge box of sunshine all the way from Brazil came to cold, dark Finland on the time I needed it the most. Because my dear friend Saturnarium sent me a package, and this is a long story that has continued already by exchanging readings and creating the bonds. I've sent her a package, but now this week I received my package, and it couldn't have come in a better time. It's pitch black here. We still don't have snow, and the darkness is upon us all the time. And then you come home late from work to find a package all the way from Brazil, and you know it's gonna be all esoteric goodies inside it. So what's not to love? But I'll switch the camera angle and let's check what came in the package. So guys, as you can see, my table looks totally different. It's covered with this beautiful, I don't know, purple astrology reading cloth, and that was part of the survival package from Brazil, from amazing Saturnarium. And she's an amazing astrologer, and she's been supporting me on my journey to read astrology, and this is gonna be a valued part for me, not only because of the material of the reading cloth, that I can take it outside even, but the fact that it has so much things that are useful while doing astrology. I love how we have the sun here, the moon phases, the houses, all the horoscopes, and even the small detail here that the planetary ruler of the houses are according to the Hellenistic astrology that I'm studying. We only use the 7 traditional planets in that type of astrology, and here the house rulers are according to that. So it is a perfect fit for me and for my astrology. And I love that it has the elemental symbols in the corners, and it has so much details in it. And it also has a pouch where it can travel, so that makes it easy for me to take even outside, even to read tarot cards with. But as I knew the whole content of the box would be all metaphysical, but what surprised me the most were the tarot Havana slippers. Here we have King of Mondays. There's coffee. and in the other one we have Queen of Fridays, and there's a drink. Then we have all the horoscope symbols and everything. And she didn't even know, but this is my favorite brand of summer shoes. And these are the most amazing pair. Then in the package came 2 packages of incense. And this is something that touched me so much, because if you look in my incense here, I have salvia and palo santo there. And my family is super sensitive about incense, and especially incense sticks. So I haven't been allowed to use them before. But now, as you see, in this beautiful little incense cup, that was also in the package. It's filled with ash already, but it's beautiful, made out of clay. But the incense is burning, and that's because these are salvia and palo santo, and these my family approved. So now I'm so happy because I can burn the incense stick a longer time than I've been able to use my smudge sticks. So these were amazing. Then there were also some local sweets from Brazil, which we enjoyed with my daughter, and she was happy to be included. And I know that there were other things in the package, like crystals that the Brazilian customs took out, but maybe one day I'll be able to fly to Brazil to meet Saturnarium and go and pick them up. So she said they would wait for me there. But then the crown jewel, if I so may say, of this care package from Brazil comes in a similar pouch as the reading cloth. Is a deck. And a deck that is something totally different and new to me. The Afro Brazialian Tarot. Saturnarium herself has made a great video of this, and I will link it in the description box down below, because to be honest, there is not so much that I can tell you about this deck yet, because the thing I love about it, it is an important deck for her, and it is reminding me of Brazil, but the whole system is really different. And this deck is based on Brazilian candomblé. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly, but over the religion that the African slaves brought to Brazil when they were brought to Southern America several hundred years ago. So what I like about this deck so much, that even though it is a Los Scarabeo deck, but the quality is better than in any of my other Los Scarabeo decks. And the fact that it is borderless, it doesn't have the white borders with all the different names and different languages. And I highly appreciate when she said that it has this bit of shamanistic aspect, that she believes in me, that I will be able to learn and work with this deck, because I've now looked through it the whole evening yesterday and today, and I'm gonna admit that it doesn't look like the easiest deck for a Finn to see the connections and relate the images into the topics that are based on the candomblé, like it probably is for a person who is familiar with the religion and their traditions. But overall, it is a beautiful, high quality deck, and it has so many images that are so different. And I love the fact that it's not a straight up Rider-Waite-Smith clone. And by the way, I love this magician. So this is gonna be highly interesting to study this deck and see how it will read for me. But I thought that as for a first exercise, because I was shuffling this the whole evening yesterday when we were watching the Vikings on Netflix. So I was watching on Vikings and shuffling a Brazilian candomblé tarot deck. So there was a fun contrast there. But let's see, let's do a quick deck interview and see what I can make out of it. Because I'll, as I said, I really don't feel comfortable with the system yet, but I believe that at least one person on the other side of the screen will be able to see the reading with knowledgeable eyes. So I gave the deck a few griffles. It has a nice feeling in the hands. The cards feel heavy, which I like. I like the heaviness of a deck. So interesting. Let's see. So for the first position, I'll do a short one. The question is, who is this deck? Who does it see itself as? Then how does it see me? The strength and the weakness of this deck, and how our journey together would look like. What are the potentials that we have here? An Afro Brazilian Tarot deck and a Finn. So let's start with the deck's self-image. here we have the Five of Pentacles or Five of Discs. Two beautiful red birds. They are collecting twigs there, and they're kind of like making a nest. There are some coins in the nest that they are making. I don't know about this deck, how it should be read, but if we think about the Five of Pentacles like in the Rider-Waite-Smith, maybe this deck feels like an outsider here in Finland and looking for shelter. I don't know. But a beautiful, beautiful image. It doesn't look so sad as the Five of Pentacles in a Rider-Waite-Smith. But don't worry, if it's about you feeling like an outsider, I'll give you a refugee here in Finland. I'll keep you warm, you have your pouch with you. And then how about how this deck says me? Ooh, that's gonna be the Judgment card. I'll have to read about this because it's a major arcana in this deck, and all the majors are really different in this deck. So let's see what the little black book has to say about the Judgment card. It says, Xango, Oryxa of lightning, thunder, and stones, represents solutions that lead to justice. And the keywords for this is judgment, healing, renewal, and news. And funny how this specific Oryxa makes me think about Thor, the god of thunder. So interesting. Then what about the strengths of this deck? Here we have the Fool. And well, I believe that this is gonna be like the wild card in my deck collection. Totally. Something to jump into and see unexpected messages. I believe that could be there. And then what about the weaknesses of this deck? The Ace of Cups. So it might not be the best deck for me to use in emotional type of questions and the deep wanderings that are still dwelling inside me, because this Fool, it looks fierce. It looks so fierce. I feel a raw energy in that Fool. So I can see the soft Ace of Cups on the other side. It makes a nice balance. And then what about the collaboration and interaction between me and this deck? We have the Seven of Pentacles. We have this big tree and these white and red ribbons around it. I think there's a stone covered with this cloth. And there are the pentacles. And then there's one little, is it a dandelion or some sort of flower? So I kind of feel that this ain't gonna be the fastest relationship to evolve, but it has a great potential to grow. I find it interesting that both the cards on top and in the bottom are the Pentacles cards. Maybe this deck is just jet-lagged and feels a bit lost here. But I think that we have a great opportunity and potential to grow together. So once again, Saturnarium, thank you for this amazing care package. It was highly valued. And if anybody got interested about this deck, I will link Saturnarium's walkthrough of it in the description box, so you'll get a better handle of the deck than I can yet provide for you guys. So this was my little video about creating friendships over internet, over YouTube. And why not? It can also happen in Instagram. It has happened to me there also. The people who just start the conversations and are with you, and the same people, they start to come to the YouTube, and the relationships, all of them grow as they are supposed to, each of them individual and each of them special. And as much as I truly appreciate each and every one of my subscribers and the people who are active in the comment box, I appreciate each and every comment. But the point of this video was to encourage somebody that might feel alone in their own life with all these interests that probably not many people in their own circle shares. To be brave, reach out and create new friendships online. And what would be a better way during these times when we can't travel, when we can't meet people face to face so much, and overall being an adult makes finding new friends always a challenge. So at least I'm always here. If anybody wants to talk, shoot me a comment in the comment box, or DM me in the Instagram, or send me an email. But these are the things that make me grateful during these dark winter evenings. Cheers, guys. I value you. Until next time. Bye, guys.